Hey, good morning, everyone. It is time. Yes, it is the After 9 extravaganza here on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. And if you're watching it after, I don't know, we're at 9:46 Friday morning. You're watching it on our website, am800cklw.com. Mike Kaycook, Lisa Williams from the Morning Drive on AM 800. You look very festive in your red today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel festive. I feel very Christmassy. And going to do some Christmas wrapping this weekend. So yeah, looking forward to that. How about you? What are you doing?
I got red on too, but I was cold, so I put my little over thing on, my over sweater, I guess, or fleece or whatever. But I got red underneath too.
Okay, good. That counts. That counts. Good.
Yeah, I
Very
got to wrap
festive.
some presents and take inventory of what I got for people and get that done. And I don't know, plenty of renovations to do. Just talked to Nick over at Doobies, and I got to order some more tile. We did the backsplash, which looks fabulous by the back wall, by the sink and the cabinets and all that stuff. Finished that. And then
But you need more?
I do, because we said we like that. Why don't we do it behind the stove as well? So I got to get more tile from them and more grout and more all that stuff this weekend and get that done. And I got to get an extra thing of grout because I messed up the mixing of the grout, which is not good. I made it too soupy, too liquidy, and now I got to redo the grout mixture.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. So there you go. You know what sucks? Why don't we get the bad news out of the way first?
Oh, do we have
COVID
to?
numbers.
Oh.
Yes, COVID numbers are just in, and prepare yourself. Okay? Prepare yourself. 243 cases today.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I had the feeling they were going to go up before they went down.
Yep. Well, we're still seeing really, when you talk about the 14 days, see what happens. It's even like, 2-3 weeks. This is all from pre-gray zone lockdown Windsor, Essex, as compared to what we're going to hopefully see about a month from now, the results of what we're doing right now.
That's the whole idea, isn't it? Yeah, that what we do now will show up a couple of weeks from now. So yeah, one new death today too, woman in her 60s. She had underlying health conditions. So yeah, that's that. Okay, everybody, let's do what we need to do. Let's hunker down and get this over with, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a record setter. 5 days of lockdown now after 14 days in the red zone. 66 people are in hospital, 14 in ICU. And we have outbreaks at 10 long-term care facilities here in Windsor, Essex. So certainly not good news coming out of the health unit just a few minutes ago.
Okay, let's switch gears here. Let's get back to talking about Christmas, something a little more uplifting.
Okay.
But it could be and it couldn't be. What do you do if the gifts you ordered online don't show up in time? That's
Oh, yeah.
entirely
Okay.
possible, right?
Does anybody have a good option? We'd love to hear it. What are you going to tell us?
Well, if you order your presents today and you use Rush or Expedited, whatever, they'll probably show up in time. But if they don't, what are you going to do? Well, they ask people, and the majority of people are going to just take a picture of the item, like from online or wherever, and you could wrap the photo of the item. So they open it up, they're like, oh, it's a picture. And then you can explain. I mean, they would still kind of get it, right? It might be something kind of cool. Oh, great. Okay, good. Then they have something to unwrap. Others don't bother with a picture. They just write like, I owe you pair of pants.
Yeah. Don't worry. Your pants are coming. You won't be pantless in the new year.
Set of gloves. I don't know. Frying pan. There you go. Yeah, and they usually come. I remember years and years ago ordering something off of, it wasn't Amazon, eBay.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come till February. It didn't come till February.
God,
I
yeah.
know.
eBay, I'm not a big fan of eBay unless you really need something that you can't find. Like eBay's good for I was just on eBay actually looking for a part that I'm trying to repair this home theater system and stuff like that. But as far as like buying real items, real new gifts and stuff like that, I don't know. eBay's really lost it. That was like the go-to before Amazon
yes
took over the world.
Yeah, this was a while back. And you know what it was I ordered? It was a book. Never ever thought I'd order anything like this. It was a book on freighters.
What? A book on freighters, like ships, like boats, freighters.
Yep. Craig has a fascination with them. And
Wow.
he really, every time we are near the water and there happens to be a freighter going by, everything must stop.
Mm.
He has to find out what it's called, where it's coming from, where it's going, and what it's carrying, and if it's full or empty. And it's a big deal. Yeah.
There really is a book on everything.
And there's a book on freighters. Yes. So I ordered it for him, and it was late. But anyway, I remember thinking, man, this is a first. Never thought I'd be ordering a book on freighters for anybody.
No.
But there you go.
I
And he
bet
liked
you
it.
it
He
didn't
liked
say
it.
like only one left. Hurry. You know?
Right. Right. So it was weird. I couldn't understand why it was
Oh my God.
why it was late. Anyway, so I thought that was kind of cool.
Okay, that's fun. That's fun. All right, good stuff. Did he enjoy the book? Does he use the book? Was it a worthwhile gift?
I remember him reading it. I don't know where it is today, but yes, but to this day he still has this big, it's like fascination. Oh my God, a freighter. Look at the size of that freighter. Oh my God, what's it called? What's it called? I'm like, I don't know. What's it called? Slow down. Maybe I can see. I don't pull over. What?
Well, maybe you get him some binoculars for that to go with the freighter book.
Sometimes he'll notice his parents live on the water. Okay. So he'll notice the name and where it is, and he knows it's heading their way. So he calls his dad. So his dad can get excited too and run to the window so he can call Craig back when it comes by his place.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's funny. It's cute.
I guess. Well, that's cool. Now listen, I think people are going to be kind of in a holiday mood this weekend. We're 1 week until Christmas, and you want to celebrate in the comfort of your own home with your significant other, with your family, under your own roof. And this apparently, I haven't heard about this before I read this article. Maybe you have. Have you heard of the big viral drink, hot chocolate bombs?
Oh yes, we've had some here.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, for people who are not familiar with this, like, it looks delicious. I'm looking at a photo of it right now. These are hot chocolate bombs, a glossy chocolate orb filled with cocoa mix, marshmallows, sprinkles, and other edibles that are really way over the top to up your cocoa game, they say in this. So
they're beautiful.
Yeah, they do look nice. They do look nice. So you plop it inside of a mug full of warm milk. The bombs open up in dramatic fashion, thus the bomb name, revealing all the good stuff inside, creating a decadent cup of hot cocoa once you stir it together.
You can do it that way, or you can put the bomb inside your mug and then pour your heated milk, your hot milk, on top of it. It's probably less of a mess that way. And then just stir it up and drink it.
Okay, I'm going to make one of these this weekend because I love chocolate so much, and I think this would be up my alley.
Well, you can't. It's hard to make. You've got to buy them, right?
You got to buy them.
Yeah, you've got to make. No, they're already like. There's no way you'd be able to make it. It's a chocolate. Like they're about the size of a squash ball or maybe a tennis ball, maybe a little bit smaller than that.
Carolyn, I made some. I infused mine with cannabis, so like made some as in like I bought the thing, warmed it up, made it, and put the cannabis in there. Sandra says you can make them as well, but if you're saying
you couldn't make them, you couldn't.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like,
yes, they have forms where you can pour the chocolate, and then you make the form and you put the other ones together. Yes, but you wouldn't want to go through that process. I know you too well. So there are places you can buy them. There's somebody on Instagram, and if I wasn't talking to you on my phone, I'd be able to check my phone. But they're really, really popular, and they're kind of a cute gift, and kids like them too.
Okay, I'm gonna recognize one of those.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious. Okay, one more thing. You got anything else you'd like to talk about this morning before we say goodbye and start our weekend?
We often talk about reboots that are happening, and it's funny. I was just thinking about this TV show this morning because Sarah and I watched The Sound of Music the other day.
Oh, and
I,
did
I
people
make
break
her.
out the song?
I make her. Yes, we do. We sing the songs. I make her do that every year, and but it was getting me to reminisce about old shows and the innocence of old programming. And one of my favorites that I used to watch all the time is Little House on the Prairie
Oh, that's a
with
horrible show too. I
Pa
would
and
watch.
Ma and Half
Yeah.
Pint. And I used to love that show because it was so cool the way they lived. And then there was Nellie Olson, and she was the little bitch from the schoolhouse who was came from the rich family, and she'd always
Did
make
they
fun of
call her
Laura
that?
Ingalls.
She's the little bitch from
They
the Rich
should have.
family.
They should have. Um, anyway, I was thinking about that, and then lo and behold, there is a new Little House on the Prairie in the works. This is going to be a reboot. The original Little House ran from 1974 to 1983 on NBC, and it was based on the books by Laura Ingalls Wilder, who wrote about her life growing up in the 1870s and 1880s in Wisconsin, Kansas, and Minnesota.
Hmm.
So it's kind of cool. So a reboot. I'm not so much a big fan of reboots. I would just like for them to replay all of the old ones and maybe give them maybe zhuzh them up a little bit.
Zhuzh. Oh, good word.
They redo old movies sometimes, like they did with The Sound of Music. They add a little bit of color
Yeah.
and they make it look whatever.
No,
But
they even do like a new version of movies all the time. I mean, we
right.
saw that with what's the Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper movie. That's like been remade 4 or
Yeah,
5
but
times.
that's more of a reboot. I don't like those as much. I want the original.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I don't. Has there been a good TV reboot? Has there been a good reboot of any TV show since this whole reboot trend has started? I don't think so. Like nothing. It all sucks. I watched the Saved by the Bell reboot. I watched like 3 episodes. That sucks too.
Yeah, but do you ever go back and watch shows that you were a huge fan of back in the day and you're like, yikes, this is terrible? Like the acting's awful and everything's so rinky dink and cheap looking. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's what you loved back then, but then you look at it today by today's standards, not so good.
Yeah, no, not at all. Bad stuff. Yeah, I watched that. I remember when Dukes of Hazzard came back on the reruns. I'm like, oh my God, how did I watch this? Show is horrible. You know what I did watch last weekend that I really enjoyed, actually? They're playing reruns on it somewhere, and Three's Company.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
So
terrible
funny.
though. Terrible acting.
It's terrible, and it was what late 70s, early 80s, I think it was on. But I was just, Jack Tripper. Well, John Ritter was so funny at his physical humor, and to me, like Stanley Roper, the way he made fun of Helen, his wife, was the best. And when he would look at the camera and smile, he'd say something, and he like camera after. I'm like, I just died. I just love it.
His wife and her moo-moos and Chrissy Snow.
Stanley. And all her like, I'm not having sex with you jokes all the time.
Yeah.
Rita says, I love Bosom Buddies. I think they should do that on a
with
reboot.
Tom Hanks.
And
oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that would work.
Yeah.
Some good ideas.
You could do Three's Company, but I don't think it'd be the same. Yeah. Magnum PI. Oh yeah. They redid that, and that's been on a while now too.
But is it the same? No
Higgins.
Isn't there?
Well, Higgins is like a woman, I think. He's not like a British
right
guy. It's not the same. But I mean, maybe, people who are watching, were too young for Magnum PI back in the day with Tom Selleck are like, this is a great show. It used to be on back in the day. Oh, really? Does he have a Ferrari? Does he wear a tiger hat?
Mm-hmm.
That was the best part.
I know. I loved how when he drove his Ferrari so tall, his head stuck up above.
Yeah. Not a good buy for him. the Ferrari. Might
You're
want
right.
to think about something else more sensible, maybe. Okay. Have a great weekend, Lisa. Have a great weekend, everyone. And stay safe, stay isolated, sanitize if you're going out, wear your mask, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. And we'll see you back on Monday.
Bye, guys.